Yo, what it do, YouTube? It's your boy Lil Trey D. I'm back with my second video. And last night, what a game between the Suns and the Mavericks, as the Mavericks took care of business at home to force a Game 7 back in the desert. And everybody stepped up for the Mavericks. Luka had 33. Reggie Bullock hit some big shots. Spencer Dinwiddie hit some big shots. Jalen Brunson obviously did his thing. Just an all-around great performance by the Mavericks. And they're showing a lot of grit and grind. They're showing that they're not that easy to take down, even despite going up against the #1 seeded, the best team in the NBA, in the Phoenix Suns. And the Mavs, they're showing that right now, as they showing a lot of resilience. They showed it in the past playoffs too, as they pushed the Clippers to 7 games, and they pushed the Clippers to 6 games, despite not having Porzingis. So yeah, the Mavs, they do got a history of doing all of that. Just an all-around great performance by the Mavericks to force this Game 7. And Luka Doncic, playoff Luka, that is something different, bro. Like, for real. Like, Luka Doncic in the playoffs, he is just a whole nother dude. Like, this guy could go out there and drop 40 points in his sleep in the postseason. And if y'all don't forget, he's the all-time points per game leader in the playoffs. And that's kind of shocking, but that's what I read off of ESPN. So, yeah, Luka Doncic, what he's accomplishing in his 4th year, has just been crazy, man. To lead this Mavericks team to potentially go to the conference finals and upset the best team in the NBA, yeah, that's going to be a great start to a career. A great career for Luka Doncic. So, shout out for the Mavs. But for the Suns end, look, D-Book had a great game. But Chris Paul, unacceptable performance. Unacceptable. And a lot of people don't be talking about Chris Paul's performances these past games. Because Chris Paul, he got away with a lot of sus-ass performances. Like, for real. As in Game 3, he was not good. Game 4, he was not good. He got fouled out in Game 4. And then in Game 6, he proceeds to only drop 14 points. And Chris Paul's inability to protect the ball, it's been sus too. Because in the last 3 games, he's turned the ball over, I believe, like 4 times a game. That's really unknown for Chris Paul, because he's like the guy to like protect the ball. Because I remember the game where Chris Paul had a 20-20 game with no turnovers. Remember that? So that's really unlikely from Chris Paul. So Chris Paul has to be better than that. Now, I'm starting to agree with what Isaiah Thomas is starting to say about Chris Paul, because he is such a safe player. That's what Isaiah Thomas said, in his words, not my words. If you don't believe me, look at this video right now.
Mention Chris Paul and championship together. You know, those 2 words went together. I have not heard him speak of winning a championship now in a couple of years. I think he's fallen into this assist-to-turnover ratio thing where, you know, Chris is a very safe player right now. And statistically, you know, he maxes out in every box. However, I don't see Chris going outside of himself, outside of those boxes, to take extraordinary risk. And, you know, this assist-to-turnover ratio, if you look back at some of the best point guards to ever do it in our league, you know, we generally had 3 to 4 turnovers a night because we took risks. Stockton took risks. Magic Johnson took risks. I took risk out on the floor.
So y'all see my point. Chris Paul, he does be playing a little bit too safe. And it do be costing him a lot of big playoff series. We seen it in OKC against the Thunder in 2014, where he had costly mistakes. We seen it in 2015. Hell, we even seen it last year in the NBA Finals, where he barely attempted shots at moments, which cost him below a 2-0 lead and eventually lose the next 4 straight. So yeah, everything that Isaiah Thomas said is kind of true about Chris Paul. His turnover to assist ratio, his safe playing, do be costing him a lot of series. And now Chris Paul, he is copying and pasting the same shit. So Chris Paul, he needs to be better than this, especially when you go into a Game 7. Because anything can happen in a Game 7. It doesn't matter if you're the best team in the NBA. We seen it against Philly last year. They were the number 1 seed in the East. Guess what? They lost to a 5th seeded Atlanta Hawks team. So yeah, Chris Paul, he needs to be better, because this is really his last chance of winning the championship. He had an opportunity last year. He didn't get it done. Now this year, this is his real chance of chasing the ring. Because if he fails again, yeah, I really don't see Chris Paul winning another chip. So yeah, Chris, you have to be better than this. Meanwhile, your co-star in Devin Booker is dropping 30 points in some of these games, and DeAndre Ayton's even stepping up in some of these games. Hell, even Mikal Bridges is creating his own shots at times. That shouldn't be happening. So Chris Paul, you need to be better than this if y'all trying to win this series, because Dallas is no joke. But what y'all think about this video? Make sure y'all like, subscribe to my channel. This your boy Lil Trady signing out. I'll give you an update on the Bucks and Celtics game, and also the Warriors and the Grizzlies. Peace.